finally caught up, eh?
Oh, it's nearly boy. It's a boy, almost.
Yeah, almost.
Brother, welcome to another episode of In the Sheds. I'm here with Connor.
Nah,
brother,
thanks for having me,
thanks
brother.
for coming down.
We've only been talking about it for a few months.
Too long.
Too long.
Too long.
Too long.
Yeah, you're probably one of the first people I hit up about it, and it's like one of those things. It's got a big going on. You've had heaps of events in that car or this car for a long time,
Mate, this year was pretty crazy.
You've done a lot in this car.
We added it up the other day, 23 events.
Wow.
5 demo days.
Yep.
Yeah, it shows. It's gone through hell this year.
I feel like no drift car stays looking nice, but you know what I mean?
Nah, if it stays nice, you're not driving it right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. What got you into it, bro? Let's get straight down and dirty.
I'm 28 now, but
Are you really?
yeah, still youngin', but
Yeah.
not too youngin'.
Yeah. How old do you feel?
40? 40? Nah, but during high school, we all rode BMX.
Yep.
And locally at Nerang BMX.
Yep.
There, just
Yep.
at skate park.
Yep.
But pretty much all those boys that ended up getting their license, I used to hang with the older boys in a sense when we rode pushies and whatnot.
Yep.
But they all got at drift cars like K70 Corollas,
Yep.
just all the Toyota Sprinters. All
What
that,
was
all
it?
that cool stuff.
Was it with the KE70? Is it just a cheap platform, or?
I think it was a cheap platform, and I haven't owned one. Never actually looked at buying one.
Yep.
But those boys all had them, and
Yep.
put a 4-age in it from a Toyota 86,
Yeah.
or you know.
And they just
all
rev
that.
their tits off.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they loved it, man. Just wet weather warriors. But yeah, once I turned 15. And my old man actually went halves with me. He's like, oh, you know, you're going to get your learners next year. I ended up actually taking that, doubling it, and going and buying a S13 when I was 15.
So they still would have been somewhat cheap back then?
Oh, mate, I bought it for, I think it was 2.5.
Wow.
If that car was around, that was the most immaculate, absolutely flawless.
Yep. What happened to it?
I thought I could go better, and then I sold it,
Yep.
and I bought another S13.
Yep.
Manual one. It was turbo. It was good, but it looked horrible.
Sure.
Thought I could fix it. Didn't realise.
When you say it looked horrible, what do you mean?
Just a pig, like someone had already thrashed it.
Yep.
But and then I ended up swapping that for a 1VR, which is just a 180 front on a S13.
Sylvia, yeah, sure.
And which is actually now, funny enough, Ty Jeffrey's car.
Really?
Pink S13.
Yeah,
so
that's
he bought
badass.
that off to me when I
Yep.
was 16.
Yeah,
I
wow.
think he paid $3,000. So he's transformed it into what it is today.
That
We're
looks
still
sick,
good
eh?
mates. Yeah. Well, we're still good mates, man.
Yep,
But
yep.
yeah. So he transformed it into
They
that.
call it scissor doors?
Yeah, scissor doors. I think,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a good bloke. But yeah, he took it somewhere, took drifting somewhere as well.
Yep.
But yeah, after that, I just kept swapping cars. I
Yep.
think I went through, all up, I've had about 9 S chassis.
Yep. What's your favourite, bro?
I had an S14 from a good mate that passed away.
Yep.
That was my favourite, just to steer, just straight out the box. It was stock, just turbo with
Yep.
some wheels and coilovators, and I thrashed that.
Yeah,
non-stop.
right. Why better than the S13? What was the difference for you? Just felt better, or?
Yeah, I don't know. I think because I had so many S13s and 180s, it was just good to hop in. The dash plays a big part for me. I don't know
Right.
why. It's just a more modern dash.
Sure.
But I loved it. But I ended up selling that for very good money.
What were they? There was the 𝐶𝐿 version and the...
Yeah, 𝐶𝐿𝐒 version,
𝐶𝐿𝐒,
which is the
that's it.
Series 2, and then 𝐵𝐔𝐾, which is Series 1, which is what I had. Series
Which one do you prefer?
I'd probably go a Series 2, but you
Yep.
can make a Series 1 look badass.
Of course.
Yeah.
Fucking oath.
But yeah, I went through a couple of cars. I ended up having a Toyota Hilux 3RZ, just a two-door thing.
What is it with those, bro? So many
Mate,
people froth them, eh?
They are unreal.
Really?
Unreal. If you turbo those motors, they're 500 plus.
I've got one of the boys out he's got a Fox body, a red one. He's got one in that.
Yeah,
It's
see?
fucking cool as hell.
You can make them cool, man.
Yeah.
You can really make them cool, but it just had a big lock kit on it from 𝐾𝐿𝐒, which was the guy back in the day for it all.
Yep.
And man, I used to just go wet weather warrior and that. Follow tandem with drift cars in the streets.
Yeah. So how did you learn, bro?
Self-taught, to be honest. When I got my license, I had a S13, just manual NA, and
Yep.
it was raining, and I just kicked it out, and then realised that if you just apply enough throttle at the right time, it'll swing back perfect.
Yeah.
Obviously with a good wheel on it.
Of course.
But yeah.
But that's all on closed roads, you know.
Yeah, that was
racetracks.
that was Mexico, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was long. That was long.
You've done a few trips there?
Oh, mate, quite a bit. Yeah.
I feel like where we are is quite close to the border in the...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah, sure. Any bad experiences?
Bad experiences.
Well, close calls?
The Hilux off a cliff, but not like our buddy Ron in Mexico.
Yeah, Ronnie, he can do it well.
Yeah. Not as bad as him, but it was funny. It was actually, speaking of it, Christmas Day.
Yep.
We all went up to Mexico Hills, and I didn't have a handbrake, and I just sort of leant it over a cliff, and it was either let go of the brake, jump out,
Fuck.
or stay there. And it was just so happened my mate didn't see me in his rear view for a while, came back, and actually a big Tongan dude drove past, and he reefed it out while I reversed it. So
God bless the Maoris and the Tongans.
So I got home safe as Larry. But,
wow. So you could have potentially written the whole car off.
Oh, completely. I was ready to, I had my left foot on the brake, ready to jump out.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was probably the only close call I've had.
Was that like a bum puckering moment or what?
Yeah. 100%. Christmas Day too. Worst probably day to do it.
Santa should have
But
come.
we ended up continuing the hill.
Yeah.
And,
so you didn't stop after that? You kept going?
No, we kept going. That was only
That's
halfway
mad.
up the hill. It's either go home or keep going. So
I guess you may as well, eh?
Yeah.
What happened after that? What car?
So I ended up selling that and got a 180SX, which was a fully built SR, made just shy of 400.
Yep. Which is plenty to drift on.
Oh, mate, there's plenty. If you can't drift for 400,
Yep.
just
What's the
don't.
go with a lot of these cars trying to, 1,000 plus, like?
I don't understand it.
Yep. You think they don't need it?
I mean, if you're at a certain level, then sure. If
Like-
you got the sponsors, you got the tyre sizes, you got the winter's rear end, you got all that sort of, go for it. But I see a lot of people that don't know how to drift properly jump into a build and want to go for that 900,000 horsepower mark.
Yeah.
And you watch
Is that
them-
because they think horsepower is the key?
Yeah, they think horsepower is the winner. But at the end of the day, well, you've seen it probably at Outlaws. Street Driver won that over the big boy comp drivers.
Speaking of,
which is my teammate.
that's where I first met you, bro. And I remember Grant, he said, brother, I'm going to chuck you in a car with a madman. And I've got the photo. I was pretty sure there's a video of it as well. I'll load it in here.
Yeah.
Man, I had it like my cheeks were sore, bro, from grinning so hard, man. That was sick. And you thrashed the fuck out of this thing.
Mate, it's thanks to Endless. It's we've gone through some troubles with this car.
Yep.
I had a 3-year layoff.
Yep.
Just because so much money was dumped into this thing.
Yep.
That
I feel
I
like
got
that
let
money
down
pits.
3 times on the dyno. Didn't even get to drive it.
What, engine issues?
Yeah. So when I got this was actually LS1. It was V8, unstoppable.
Hang on, is this the car? There was a video of a guy, you'll probably know this, I want to say it's Roger, he was like dressed like he had a chicks thing on.
Roger Callum. Yeah, so that's personally not mates with him or anything,
Okay.
but yes, I was starting to go to QR and watch those days when he was around.
So that wasn't, this not this car?
No. So that's
you know the video I'm talking about,
yeah,
but hey.
So that's
okay.
a Crusader.
Copy.
I believe that's still going around.
Yeah,
but this
sure.
is, Laurel.
LS1.
Yeah, this was LS1 when I got it. I actually swapped it for an S13. The guy was learning to drift, didn't know what he sort of had.
Yep.
Put it up for swaps, and I drove Sunny Coast, swapped it.
Bam.
Came home. I had the LS for about 6 months.
Yep.
And I'm from New Zealand, so all my mates have these cars. They're pretty.
They're all massive over there, hey, them and Sephiros.
Yeah, them and Cephis.
Yep.
Big time. But
So
these
A31
over
and
here-
C33.
Yeah. So these things over here, don't see them much.
Yep.
You can probably count it on your hand, to be honest.
100%.
And then, so I ended up taking the LS out, completely running fine, and swapped it for cash and a RB25 gearbox.
Bam.
So I ended up going to buy a 25
Yep.
debt, and just a budget build, trying to get back out there.
Yep.
And let down on the dyno. We fixed it again, same thing, dyno, didn't make it off.
What was the issues?
Just like the oily problems in these RBs, but we've managed that now, so we're on good. But I used to let 50 people work on the car, send it to here, and then it's just a blame game.
Yeah, 100%.
So
I feel like everyone's had that experience, hey, like with a shop or with
100%.
multiple people touching
100%.
it. Yep.
You can't tarnish a company or anything like that. Again, this was backyard built.
Yep.
Can't say much about it. But then when I took it to proper people, it got built at Precise Engines there in Ashmore, and then Endless Tuning. Mate, he goes above and beyond for
Let's
me.
give the man a plug, brother. What is it? Endless.
Endless Auto Solutions. If you need a tune and you want to hear limiter, go to Endless. It's
Where are they based?
Beanley.
Okay, cool. So not far.
Nah, and he's just clued on. You could call him when you're in the hills of Mexico, 1 in the morning, he plugs the laptop in, and you are back going home.
Yeah, wow, how good.
But I've never had an issue with this setup.
Yep. And you
it's been
beat up
going-
on this thing, man.
Oh, mate, and that's the thing, like, we've set the limiter lower than what people go, oh, rev it to 9,000. They go rev to 7.6.
Like, why rev it there? But you don't
Exactly,
need to,
you don't need it. And then it's when you have drummers. I can rate this thing, and I can't blow it up.
Yeah, wow.
So
not
I'll
doing it?
claim that as Endless.
Now, why so long with this car? Is this like, this is what you like? This is.
I mean, now it's in my hands and we've got it to the point it's at. I don't want to let it, like, I've come close. I've had big money offers on it.
Yeah.
And then
it would be hard to try get another one, like you're saying.
Exactly. And then, you know, like, what are you going to do next? You're going to build something else that, like,
literally.
My thought was to get rid of this and get an S15. And then it's just that when you go to the track, people are like, oh, Laurel, that's sick, dude. Man, that's sick.
And because it's somewhat rare too.
Yeah,
it's
like
different.
it's just cool. So if I got rid of this, I'd be done, I think.
Yeah.
And move to something else, go to something a bit faster and just straight line.
Like another drift car or something drag?
I think after this, it's go to something like luxury, like a GTR 35.
Ooh.
Luxury but fast.
Sure.
And it look good, you know? And you can still go to car events.
Yeah, aircon.
But
it's a hot day.
Oh, mate, I'm drifting.
Look at the beers are cold.
Yeah. But so if I got rid of this, then I think I'd be probably done with drifting, man.
Yeah, right. You've been doing it a long time, bud. It's any wonder that you want to hang it up.
Yeah. The only layoff I've had was probably the 3 to 4 years that we had dramas and I didn't get any track time.
What do you got planned for obviously the end of 2024 now? It's nearly Christmas time. What's coming up 2025 for you, brother?
Big.
Yeah.
So
bigger than 2024?
100%. So there's talks right now of sending the car over to New Zealand.
Sick.
And doing some events there, but that'd be sort of later in the year.
Yeah. There was Mad Mike did a thing over there.
Yeah, so AJ, my teammate, we're in Flatline, so he actually went over. We brought the boys over from New Zealand, David Hunter.
Yep.
He drives a C33 as well.
Yep.
That makes like 900 sequential. The comp
Is that the same with like that Fanger Dan and that?
Yeah, so they all came over. And we've had David over a couple of times. We had him for halfway hangs, brought him in here. And brought him over for Matsuri, which he drove Grant's car.
Yeah, sure.
And drove this. And so those boys came over. We hosted them for the week. And
so Grant's car got driven properly, eh?
Yeah, somewhat.
Only staring you, brother, only staring.
Somewhat.
I'd love to give him a bit of shit because he came out to one of my track days ages ago. And obviously, you know, the boys, you love to give a bit of banter. And
is that when he crashed?
Well,
went off. Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah. We've given him so much res, and then literally first lap out, it all come unstuck. And ever since then, it's just been feed the boys. Yeah.
100%.
That's a cool car.
Yeah. So the boys drove that. There was a little bit of dramas, but
that's
nothing. Cars. Yeah, everyone got to drive, so that's the main thing, mate. We all had a good weekend. But
one good thing I've noticed about the drifters, like the boys, everyone's really tight and friendly, and it's like a brotherhood almost.
Man, I can break a shaft, and before I'm even in the pits, people are ready to jack it up and let's go.
That's the best, man.
Not even letting it cool down. And again, it's boys I haven't even met. Some people are just like, oh, yep, I'll give you a hand. Simple stuff, man. And that's when you get in the car, let's go for a passo, you know?
One thing I was told when I was going from more of the street racing to the drag racing side of things is like, oh man, no one's friendly. You know, people fucking don't care what you're doing. And like, there is a little bit of the chitter chatter in the background.
Yeah.
But I had an experience where I'd literally, my competitor who I was racing against, I'd done something to my gearbox, cooked it. He come up, he's like, hey man, what do you need? I was like, oh, I need this. Brother, I'm racing against him and he's coming giving me shit to keep me racing. And I was like, man, that's respect.
See, I don't know about the big, like, for the drifting side of things, I don't know about the big comps, how they all work. I don't really pay attention, I just watch it. But like when we do our comps, like Outlaws, Rev GP, we've done, you know, all those, and I could, simple as DB to tire and people are ready to chuck a wheel on for you.
That's the best, man.
You pop your bonnet, people are coming over, oh, what's going on, can I lend a hand? Man, I've multiple times, I don't take much to the track. Shafts, anything. People are just willing, and then, you know, it's the week after, like, then we'll sort them out.
Yeah, just to keep you racing.
Yeah, just to
talk about it later.
Which is good, and you're versing them. You could actually battle them next. But they're here helping me.
But then if you beat them, they're fucking coming. Or you give me my shit.
Give me the prize money. But
well, look, man. If that was me and I won, I'd be like, I'd work out a deal with them, bro.
100%.
Because at the end of the day, they've helped you keep going.
Funny enough, AJ actually won Outlaws. And I can't remember from memory, but it was like, I think it was $4.5 that it became a prize pool. And I got called out, which then you had to put the $100 in.
I did see that. Yeah.
So we versed Benke, good dude, drives a Laurel actually. We versed him, we got the win.
Drift Japan?
That fella, good dude. We ended up getting the win, and at the end of it, we were having beers one time down at our mate's shop, and it was just by chance. And then AJ just gave me the $100. He's like, "Oh, this is yours," and that was for the comp because he won.
Sick.
So what goes around
comes around. 100%. Brother, so 2025, first event off the rank for you. What's going on?
So right now, it's a new design. This design was just to get us by.
What do you mean new design, brother?
So we're wrapping the whole car.
Oh, really?
Because we were wrapped before this.
Can you tell people what the wrap is or not?
I mean, it's flatline.
Yeah.
But we've got a tyre sponsor, which is Tyre Network from
Yep.
Power Track.
How important is that?
I mean, it's helping.
Yeah.
It's 100% helping.
Because I feel like you boys would smoke those things, hey? Like,
Yeah, but that's the thing. Now we're on the Power Tracks. They last. They're lasting.
Power
Whereas-
Track is the type of tyre?
Yeah, so we're on a Power Track Racing Pro,
Yep.
which we actually helped design the profile. We made a semi-slick,
Yep.
all that.
So you guys talk with them and say, hey, look.
Yeah, man, they're just in Yatla. So
Right.
20 minutes away. So we actually go for multiple meetings,
Yep.
you know,
Wow.
hang out, drink some beers and
So
go
like a
forward some times.
semi-soft compound or
Yeah,
like...
so they're real soft.
Yeah, and to give good grip?
Yeah, good grip.
Yeah.
Good grip. But for like a street tyre, what I run on the back here is just a 235. Man, I can do so many laps on these
Yep.
things. And,
So-
and the smoke show that produces, like
Yep.
you don't even need to make power, these things smoke.
Brother, I've seen you put on a smoke show. So
Yeah, loves it.
you said street tyre. How much street use do they get?
I'm a dad now.
Yeah.
So
You're responsible.
yeah, I've calmed down a bit, a little bit. But in saying that, yeah, I love to street. That's where it originated. That's what I do. But again, internet gets you in trouble.
I
so-
feel like the internet is what gets everyone in trouble. It's the
Yeah.
phones.
I don't post much, but yeah, no, it still gets street driven. The thing's actually not currently, it just ran out, but it is registered.
We don't condone street racing on this channel
No,
anyway.
no. I just drive it to coffee on a Sunday.
100%.
But no, it's registered.
Yep.
So it drives on the street all the time, even
Yep.
when it was fully wrapped. So I had
Yep.
my business on it, and again, it wasn't for any purpose, just other than let's try a big wrap.
Yep.
We started Flatline through the tyre company. They wanted a little team.
Yep.
I was by myself, and my other two teammates, which is 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 and AJ.
Yep.
So they both drive S chassis. They were part of Team 𝐇𝐎𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿.
Okay.
So
Yep.
that was
Was that the pink?
no,
team? No?
they're black, but they got like purple.
Okay.
Some they're good dudes, but
Yep.
they are again big street boys. But they moved to Japan.
Okay.
So
Sick.
when they moved to Japan, those boys stayed obviously,
Yep.
and I think just it was time for a fresh start.
Yeah.
And yeah, we started Flatline. So basically, this was just to get us a photo shoot
Yep.
within the 2-week span. So we
Sure.
bought a sticker cutter, and we've
Yep.
done it ourselves.
Yep.
We've had a few other people jump on board, like Kudos,
Yep.
the Pokies, Lightning Link.
You had any wins or what?
Yeah, a couple. This
Yeah.
is what funds it, mate.
A
Funds it.
few slaps.
Yeah. But no, so yeah, it gets a lot of help, this car, which I'm thankful for.
Brother,
fucking
because it's
day.
expensive, man.
Oh,
like people
fuck,
don't understand
man.
what goes into it. Like, I don't know about the drifting side of things at drift, the
expensive,
comp
man.
level, but man,
expensive.
yeah.
Especially for like me, I don't have a trailer. I don't have shit. I hire a trailer every time and I rock up to the track, beat on it.
Well, brother,
come home.
I've got a big enclosed trailer. I don't know if this car fits in it, bro. You're more than welcome to take it.
Fuck, mate. The amount of money I spend on trailers.
Brother, I'm telling you. When I built my race car, I was like, I want the fastest street car. Like,
Yeah.
simple as that. I want something that's
Yeah.
going to make 2,500, but I want to be able to use it, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Anyway, then it's like, oh, you can't really use that in the street. So
Street,
then it's like,
yeah.
fuck, now you got to buy a trailer.
Yeah.
Now you got to buy a four-wheel drive to tow the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
And like, man, it just never
So that
ends.
was the thing. I only bought a 4-wheel drive last year. I had a high-ass van. I still got it.
They're still pretty badass.
Like,
but-
yeah, it tows.
Yeah.
It tows. It got me out of some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I got one of those new Ford Rangers that,
Yeah.
no, fuck, I don't even notice things on the back.
Well, brother, I just literally picked that up. Like,
Yeah,
and
they're
just
good.
trying to
They're
fuck
good.
around with it now.
They're
so,
good, man.
yeah.
I love it. Man, I've had it for a year and a bit. I've put over 50,000 on it.
Yeah,
Like,
sick.
I love it.
Yeah, and they're comfortable.
Comfortable, just luxury.
Yeah.
Aircon.
Yeah, of course. Aircon is essential, bro.
Oh, mate, in this heat, fucking knows.
You're dying over there, brother.
Oh,
You're
brother,
right in the
I'm
sun.
dying every
Should we
day.
go in the shade?
Nah,
or?
it's all good. But yeah, so 2025, we've got probably our first event. We were going to try to do halfway hangs, but we done that this year. And
For those that don't know, what is halfway hangs?
halfway hangs is probably Australia's best event.
Where's that at?
It is at Rayleigh, so Coffs
yep.
Harbour.
Coffs Harbour, yep.
Yep.
Everything goes on down there, hey?
Oh, dude, like, again, they have a criteria
Yep.
to it, you know, like show car, there's shows, there's drifting for the 3 days.
So is
of
that
it.
like that Ty Jeff thing he did in Stanthorpe? Stees or whatever it is?
Yeah, sort of similar thing, yeah.
Yep.
But like, I don't know how to explain it. It is just perfect.
Yeah, cool.
So Halfway Hangs is a caravan park, which Street Carnage, they're
Yep.
a local crew too.
Yep.
They hire out the whole joint every year.
Yep, I've seen that Street Carnage online before, hey?
Mate, they've been around, don't quote me, 2010,
Yep,
something
sure.
like that.
Man, I've got to go to one of these things because I see
Dude,
all over
go
the
to
internet.
Halfway. If you're going to
Yeah,
go
right.
to any event,
When is that?
February, like, I think I'm going to say it's around the 19th, whatever weekend.
Yeah.
But, dude, again, they do it every year. They
Yep.
will do it every year.
Yep. We've got their first race of Kenda, which is meant to be the 19th, 20th, 21st, or 18, 19, 20th.
It might be the weekend before or after. I'm
Perfect.
just saying, I think that was this year, it was
Yep,
on the 19th.
yep, we'll
But
look into that.
man, like you rock up on the Thursday, and it is jam-packed.
Yep.
It's just a caravan park that's huge, taken up by every gangster drift car in Australia.
That's sick.
From Western Australia to
Wow.
Melbourne, Tassie to
So
up
people
here.
travel that far for it.
Dude.
A little bit of a pit stop, mate. Had to get a couple of beverages.
Yeah.
Be rude
Just a
not to.
couple. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
be
a
rude
couple.
not to. So halfway hang's done. What's potentially
Yeah.
after that, brother?
So far, I think I'll probably have a little bit of a break between stuff, but we'll get this wrapped up,
Yep.
looking new again for the new year, and then basically try, maybe unveil this and the other 2 cars at Matsuri.
Yep. The other 2 teammates' cars.
Yeah,
Yep.
so we'll try and unveil all 3 up at Matsuri,
Yep,
which
cool.
is in March.
Yep. And you just had a newborn?
Yes, correct.
Cool. How's that going?
Yeah, good man. 3 weeks old,
Yep.
loving life, just shitting, sleeping, titty.
What a good life, eh?
Oh mate, I'd trade
You don't even
it-
have to wipe your own ass.
Oh, I'd trade it for the world, but
Bit of
nah,
nip-
I've got
bit
a
of
little
nipple, bit of sleep.
just titty.
Yep.
Perfect. But no, I've got a 2.5-year-old man. He's obsessed with cars.
Yep.
Like, he has to be at the track with me pretty much.
How long until you reckon he'll be driving this?
Fuck man, he's on the simulator now.
Yeah.
So
You were saying
I-
that before, eh?
Oh man, I don't even understand how he does it. But I don't know. Man, I'll let him do whatever he wants to do.
Yep.
Both
What do you
kids-
reckon about the next generation of drivers that have come from doing that type of stuff? Do you reckon it's going to help or hinder them when it comes to getting into something like this?
I don't know. I think if you got the right idea, then sure. I mean, like, I grew up with my old man in just motocross.
Yep.
Motocross.
Yep.
And loved it. But when we would, obviously, my dad had like a SS Ute back.
Yep.
This is shit, 20 years ago, you
Yep.
know? SS Ute, and
What,
we
like
had
a VS or something like that? Or?
yeah, I think VU.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, VU or something. SS, and we would have the dirt bikes on the back, and as we'd load them up, then we'd be on a big field in New Zealand, and he'd just start tearing it up.
Yep.
One day, he just put me on his lap, turned down, he done the throttle.
Yep, and you
I
steer
think
it.
it probably started from there.
Sure. Is that where your passion for cars coming
Yeah,
to?
I mean, I liked motocross from
Yep.
my old man,
Yep.
obviously. But and I still love it. I only just sold my dirt bike probably a year or 2 ago, and only because I'm getting older now.
Yeah.
I've got shit to do. I've got a kids, man. If I was going to Gap Creek and stuff, hurting myself.
They
Come
close
on.
that down, hey?
Yeah,
Or-
I don't. Oh fuck! I've been out of the loop of that shit for a
Yeah.
while. This takes over my life.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Kids. But with my old man, I think he was just a cool dude. He
Yep.
still is.
Yep.
Still rides motos. Still
Yep.
plays footy. Everything. you
Living
know?
the dream.
Yeah.
Back in NZ?
Yeah, back in NZ.
Yep.
So
Yep.
he pops over here, there and again, and I go back home. But yeah, obviously next year we might send this thing over. And
Brother, what's the go? Crate Day.
Great day.
What's that
Fuck.
about, brother?
Yeah, great day. I've gone back for a couple of great days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just
my
put the music on and they just sing piss.
you go buy a crate, and it's pretty much first to finish them. Out of
So-
a big, like you could have a big park area, and like you could do river floats. You just
Yep.
blow up fucking everything and just float down a river. By the
it's-
time you get to the end, someone better finish their crate.
And it's an unofficial holiday, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not a holiday now, then yeah, you're cooling and set.
But people know that day, like whatever day
yeah,
it is.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It's like Australia Day here, I guess.
But Australia's official.
Yeah, it's official, but I think New Zealanders just make it official.
They just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I love that. I
But
love
yeah,
that.
no, it is. That's a wild day.
How long have you been here for in the land of Oz?
I moved here when I was probably 9,
Yep.
but I've gone back a few times,
Yep.
like
North or South Island, bro?
North Auckland.
Yep. Yeah, nice.
Which is good. It's been good because, like, in the last couple of years, once I got the Laurel,
Yep.
obviously internet helps,
Yep.
social media, and yeah, we ended up having like David Hunter, like I said before,
Yep.
and he's got Laurel. I've looked up to him. He's a D1 NZ driver.
shit, yeah.
Just a good driver.
Yep.
So we had it, and now we're talking just before.
Because
you
he's
rocked
mates,
up, you know?
because you got Laurels
Yeah.
and you're into drifting.
And it just
That's
so
sick.
happened, and then it's like, come over here, drive that, and now he's
Yeah.
like, come over and drive mine.
Yeah, boy.
So it's fucking cool
Yep.
what the internet can do.
Yeah.
But-
and
and
like I
then
was saying
through him-
before off the camera too, like the people that you look up to, now you're with them or racing them or whatever, man. Like, that's cool.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we had Daigo Sato drive this at Matsuri just gone in October. We were pitted with him, and Endless actually tuned his car and got
Yep.
it all sorted.
Yep.
With Dory Junkie there.
Yep.
And yeah, Daigo on the Friday night still didn't have his car. It's still on the dyno.
I was down there
Yeah.
at Dory Junkie's shop with them.
I did see that.
Yeah. Man,
So-
they were all on the piss the night before.
Yeah,
like-
yeah. I mean, yeah, they look like they love it. Like Daigo loved it.
Sure.
He was obviously at World Time Attack.
Yeah.
And yeah, he loves a beer or two.
Yep.
Same with the Friday night.
Yep.
After he drove this, I pulled out a beer and he wanted a beer too.
Of
So
course.
to be able to give someone like you look up to, and that's a big internet sensation. Everyone knows who he is.
But
to
I-
drive your car and just say it is mint, and then have a beer with you.
Yeah.
Fuck perfect.
I remember,
You
bro,
can't beat
watching, like, I was back into drifting back in the day when I first started driving. I had a Safiro and that famous jump of him at Abisu, I think it is, bro.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah,
that's-
100%.
That'll forever be known as, like, that moment.
Just yeah, you can't beat that one.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think. Like you could still go on the internet to this day and like your reels or something, that'll
Yeah.
pop up.
Yeah, bro.
You know, like
Yeah.
to have him
Sideways.
drive this and just come out and say,
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Sick.
Fuck, made me the happiest dude ever,
Yeah.
I reckon, eh?
Sick.
I didn't even need to drive for the rest of the weekend.
But you did.
Oh, I did.
No, yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. We killed some tyres and had some fun.
Brother, piece of advice you'd give yourself 5 years ago.
Piece of advice. Don't stop. That was my problem. I stopped.
Stopped what?
With the car.
Yep.
Like,
Is it good to have a bit of a break every now and then?
oh, 100%. Like, I have some breaks here and there, and like,
Yep.
I want to get back to family time and go camping, do something,
The missus, she's accepting of the passion?
Mate, she, like, as much as I do it, she still loves it.
Yeah, mad.
Which is very good, because she's so supportive of it.
I think you have
she's
to
a
find a partner
photographer
like that.
herself, so
Oh, cool.
it's even fucking, I'll be at work, and I'll get a message, let's go take the car out tonight, and like,
Yeah.
just get some photos.
Sick.
She's real, man, she brings the kids up.
Yep.
Like to the track, she looks after them all while
Yep.
I'm out on the track,
Yeah, man.
There's good days and bad days
Of course.
with having kids, like some of them play up at the track and whatnot, but dude, I don't think anything in this world could probably beat when my kid sees the car and says, Daddy's car.
That's daddy's
That's
car.
just, that tops it.
And especially if the kids, if they're into cars,
Yeah,
to
like-
then go to school and be like, oh, my daddy's a fucking full-time sick
Yeah,
cunt.
that'd be
Look at
sick.
this.
Yeah, I can't
You
wait
know
to
what I mean?
pick them up in this from
Imagine
school,
that. Would you?
Yeah, 100%. I took them actually for a drive in this. Nothing serious. I took them
Not
up
to
and down.
Mexico.
Yeah, no, not to Mexico. Took them up and down, around the block, booster seat in the front, and there's a smile on the kid's face the whole time. Killed me, man. It killed
Especially if you've never experienced like a bit of G-force or
me.
boost
And
loading.
then I've got it on film, man, where I'm just giving them a selfie video, and
Yep.
I didn't even. Selfie video, and
Yep.
I didn't even hit boost, but just he goes back and he just giggles.
Because they don't know what's coming.
Nah, and it was just
Yeah.
perfect. And like, if we're at QR, like doing demos, I've obviously got a spare
Yep.
sort of 2 hours or hour between each demo.
Yep.
Man, like I'm driving this through the pits to change tyres, do
Yep.
photos of people. He sits on my lap the whole time, steers it, like
That's
knows
mad.
where he's going to. I don't even have to say left, right. He knows where he's going.
Brother, you might be
2.5 years
you,
old.
You
and
might
it
be kicked out of the
scares-
driver's seat soon.
Dude, it scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Dead
How
set
sick would
does.
it be to have you and your son battling?
Dude, and that's the other thing with the 𝐷𝐿𝐒, so Drift Japan.
Yep.
His son's obviously way older,
Yep.
but still can't, get a license or anything. Man, he's taking him over to Japan, done driving with him.
What's the go in Japan? There's basically on the track there. There's no rules yet. Within
I
reason.
wouldn't say, I wouldn't say no rules.
Is
I
there
went
like
to
an
Japan
age limit?
Well, by the looks of shit, nah.
No. Yeah.
Because there's all these like Nakamura,
Yes.
his son. Man, they're coming here and driving, but
Yep.
they're 12 years old doing
That's
that. And there's
nuts.
that guy in Formula Drift, I think
Yep.
he's 14.
Wow.
And he's from Japan with mum and dad
Wow.
drift, they're pros, and he's driving like one of those new Corolla Yaris's. Man, if you can get into it that young and
Yeah.
get sort of fed it, then go for it.
And brother, you know what? Grow over the next 10 or 15 years.
Dude.
No one's going to touch you.
Nah, and that's the thing. Like, I think drifting right now is that it's not, I wouldn't say pinnacle,
Yeah.
but it is up there.
In the
like,
glory days.
We're looking at like, probably not Australia obviously, but we don't have enough big comps here.
Yeah.
But overseas, I'm looking at like Drift Masters where they're selling out a football stadium.
Yeah, that's
and
sick.
I'm talking ripping up a stadium,
Yep.
laying down some asphalt
Yep.
and doing an event.
What's that famous track in America where it's got that big bank turn and stuff? I don't know what the drift competition is there, but it's fucking huge. And they
Oh,
had this,
the Irwindale.
It's Irwindale. I was going to say Irwindale. I wasn't sure, but they literally hug that
That's
whole
what I mean. Like, they're
turn.
top. That's when you probably say you want your 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
like that
drift
Ryan
and-
Turk,
Yeah. So those sorts of fellas, and again, like Ryan Turk, they all used to come here when I was just watching
That's
and go to
sick.
Mexico, and
Yeah.
they'd be in the R31, ripping it up like,
Yeah.
again, they're in 1,000 horsepower. And that's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. You got to learn in something
100%.
lower horsepower, and you can move up.
Yeah.
But this thing makes 550.
Yeah.
I don't even run it on that.
Sure.
I got 12 settings, and I think it runs probably 450.
That's
400.
right, because I remember you when you took me out for that
I
lap
did,
on the
yes.
car, and you were like,
Yep.
I've got all these
I'll
dials.
turn it right up
Yeah.
for you. So we did.
And that's what my fucking cheeks hurt.
Yeah. So,
was
and
sick,
that's the
man.
thing. I get smiles driving this thing every time.
Yeah.
And I can't kill it. So,
Yeah. Should we have a look at it, bro? Should we show the
mate,
people what it's
you
about?
tell me what you
Let's
want to
do
look
it,
at. There's
bro.
not much to. It's not a show car.
It doesn't have to be. It's Christmas time. You've got it on the roof.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
We'll strap it down and go for a Strudo one time. I
Oh,
reckon.
brother. Let's have a bit of a squiz, shall we?
I know the back's full of car parts.
Well, should we start at the front or what?
Drift car life. But yeah, she's nothing special. Like, again, it's a street car that's
Yeah.
turn track.
Yep. So, RB25?
25, yeah.
Yep. Turbo?
Yep, turbo. It makes, 550 it made on the dyno. It's just a GDX 3076.
Yep.
Basically, it's just a fully built motor, but kept safe, really.
Sure.
But there's not much to it, really. It's still...
What type of stuff do you have to do to these things to make them reliable?
The oiling problems is what we've found with RBs. Like, this thing was just spraying oil, which is why it looks a bit shitty at the moment. We've just put RB26 covers on it.
Yep.
Helped with the oiling and going like a -12 fitting.
Sure.
Just for, obviously, I don't know, a bit more flow.
Get them to breathe.
Yeah, they obviously like to breathe a lot.
Yep.
So when they go in the catch can, it just sprays out the fucking filters.
Sure.
Then. So we've eliminated all that. You know, you do your restrictors and your block. Like, we went 1.1 mil and blocked one off.
Yep.
And that's helped as well. Head drain you need. Man, I wouldn't recommend it to the public of just building an RB.
Yep, sure.
I wish I stayed Ellis. Yeah, it's just a headache.
Yep.
But once you dial them in,
Yep.
you can't kill them.
Body kit on it, bro?
It's secret.
Secret, yep, sure.
It's secret.
Yep,
Nah,
secret.
it's from Japan.
Yep.
It's called 𝐇𝐎𝐏𝐿.
Okay.
But we've added some stuff to it.
Sure.
Every dude with a Laurel has a final connection kit, which is just it's real boxy.
Yes.
They look good.
Sort of like the Euros ones?
Yeah. They are nice, but everyone's got it. So I wanted to be a little bit different. But if you look on the door, it's got like a sort of a body line, which it follows through these lines and the rear bar.
And so, VS wheels?
So yeah, their fronts are 𝐕𝐔𝐾𝐒.
Yep.
I just run them as steers. I've got a full set. But I've got SSR Minervas on the rear,
badass.
which I love Minervas. I'm not a full chrome guy, so I've gone silver faces on both.
Yep.
Considering the car's already got enough chrome.
And brother, you know the best bit that I like about this thing? It's got some purple in it, brother.
Yeah, so purple cage, purple tint.
Yep.
You can't really tell from the outside.
You can definitely see it in the sun there. Like
so we actually had the front windscreen, everything done.
Yeah,
But driving at night time makes it hard. So we ripped that off at Matsuri actually when the boys drove it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But yeah, and other than that, it's just roof lip. It's a Sebin carbon GT wing.
Yes.
It's just, I don't know, just custom mounts we decided.
Yep.
But big rear bar. It's not too low. Again, I don't get
low enough though.
Yeah, I haven't got hassled on the street. So, I mean, we've gotten, the rear bar fell off on the highway, probably like 130K.
Oh, yep, nice.
And police actually came.
Oh, wow.
They ended up helping me. They escorted me off. It was the first time. So they actually escorted me off and carried my rear bar.
You know what? It's actually a little bit nice when you get a good one.
So that was the best day. And it was, the worst thing was we were off to the photo shoot at the sponsor's shop.
Yeah.
They could have taken this thing off the road straight away.
Because automatically you're like, all right, I'm getting the Vaseline.
Yeah. Literally, you're thinking it's time.
Yeah.
But no, they ended up actually helping me.
Yeah,
They actually got another car in and followed me off.
Let's give them a plug.
Yeah.
Queensland Police, thank you very much.
You actually did good for once. But yeah, I don't know. As you can see, this side's a bit. We stove it in a fair bit and dents up here. We've taken a few of these off. Someone door rubbed me quite good.
I wasn't going to go in that close, but now you pointed it out.
Yeah, there's a bit of door rub. We're missing half the side skirt this side.
Yeah.
Hopefully Lightning Link pays for that.
Yeah, give it a few slaps over Christmas, mate.
Yeah,
you never know.
couple.
Yeah.
But nah, it's pretty basic,
cool,
man. Like at the end of the day, it's a street car, but it's mod plated for everything. Cage.
Yeah, sick. Who would you like to thank, or that you want to give them a plug for this car?
The two dudes that work on this car, man, they go above and beyond. It's Luke Mazur from 𝐶𝐎𝐿 Electrical. The shit, man, he's an auto alky, but he does the fab on this thing. And if you go look at the welds, like, try and tell me what's wrong.
Yeah, sure.
Other than that, man, John at Endless, those two boys, like, again, I said like 50 people worked on this car and it was a blame game. Those two dudes, they tie in with each other. And again, since that day, I haven't had one drama.
Yeah, sick. Love that.
So, but other than that, man, Power Track, like Tyre Network, they supply me tyres. I burn through them. And at the end of the day, like, they get us to events.
Yeah, sick. Awesome. No,
So,
I love that. Brother, so we've just finished walking around the car. Now, if there's a question I need to ask, three cars.
Three cars.
One would be a daily, your ultimate. What would it be?
Ultimate daily. And I'm only going to say this right now because in the last week, one of my mates got one. And seeing it in person, it was the most toughest thing I've ever seen. And it's an Audi RS6 wagon.
Oh yeah, dude.
Jury, one of one in Oz. So,
really?
Yeah, that thing.
They are badass, man.
Bro,
V8 twin turbo?
Hey?
V8 twin turbo?
Yeah. But this thing's got everything done to it.
Yep.
And he only just got it probably in the last week. When I say never, I've actually never heard a car this loud apart from on the track.
Yeah, sure.
Starting it up, I was gobsmacked. But
it's obviously got a full exhaust.
Full everything, mate. Like, even the intercooler is carbon.
Yeah,
like, what
sick.
Dude, I was gobsmacked. But yeah, he got that, and looking at that, oh, that's me. But
that's the ultimate car, bro, because you can pack the family in it. It's got all the features.
That's the thing. He had his son's car seat in the back, everything. And I was like, that's perfect. But in speaking, this year, or 2025, we're looking at either a GDR 35.
Yep.
Or
As a daily?
Yeah, or
Yep.
I mean, just a cool car to have.
Yep.
Or an A90 Supra. And then put, you know, some drift wheels on it, lower it.
Sure.
Bit of a splitter kit.
Okay.
But that, I think one of those ones, yeah.
Yep,
But
sure.
Audi RS6.
Yeah, they're dope. One of my clients had one for a while, and I remember he's a car nut, and obviously we hit it off. You talk about cars, and went to go for a drive in it, man.
Unreal, eh?
So nice.
Unreal.
Like from the factory, you know, but obviously you pay for it. What a nice
you
car.
pay for it by the
Yeah.
sounds of it.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
yeah.
That's you drift boys. You'd be able to have that 2 paychecks, 3 paychecks.
I'd like to say that, mate.
What do you do for a crust, brother? I don't even know.
I run a small business.
Yep.
Let's
give it a plug.
Yeah, fence connection. So I do pool glass fencing.
Yeah,
And
sure.
balustrade. So I do the high rises. I do all that. But it's just
So
a couple
only
of us.
1 paycheck, you'll be able to get the 80R6.
Yeah, you'd like to think, but nah, I got more important things, man.
Yeah,
but
of course.
cars are like, this thing's definitely important, and
Yep.
like, you know, getting to events,
Yep.
and doing stuff. But at the end of the day, I do this for fun. I don't do it for a
100%.
job. I don't
That's
do
the
it to
thing-
get paid.
That's the thing about Australia, I find, is we do it because it's like a hobby.
Yeah,
Like
it's
in
just a
most
hobby,
other
man.
countries, bro, people are getting paid big money for it.
100%. That's the thing, like, and that's what I'd say to the younger generation. It's
Yep.
like, if you got the talent and you got the car, stick with it. Because
Yep.
if I did, then shit. If I kept dumping money into this thing like it was my
Yep.
job, then
Yep.
yeah, would probably be something. But the thing is, I love getting on the piss.
100%.
And I love
I
driving.
feel like that's part of it.
Yeah.
But not getting on the piss and then driving.
No.
No, yeah.
But I just like being at, you know, at Matt Suri's halfway and just being able to get on the beers after a full day of driving with the boys and
Yep.
just absolutely having the cracker on.
Yeah, of course.
This is
but
perfect.
responsible drinking.
Yeah, always.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
solos, no.
No hard solos.
No.
They're fucking tasty, bro.
Got something for you.
So that we've gone the daily. What would you have as a race car?
Race
Can
car,
be
as
any,
in like
any type of race
circuit
car.
racing?
Anything. Drag car, drift car, whatever you want as any form of race, let's call it.
Yeah, shit. I'd probably say a fully built GDR 32. Like,
boy.
you know, again, we're going back to that number mark, but something like a 1500 horsepower
You know what?
32 GDR just.
I feel like they like the Godzilla, they are the best.
Oh, 100%, man. Like,
Nissan built a god of a car.
dude, and it was funny because like through a few of my mates that I used to live with, those boys ended up actually working with Matooks
Yep.
racing. So I used to get to see them firsthand.
Yeah, brother.
And unreal.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing
Unreal.
it.
And then,
He's
yeah.
by far the best at RBs. Him and Croydon's.
100%. And then so our mate that we live with, he went from there to Croydon. Now
Yep.
he's at Cranked. He drives the Cranked
Oh,
R32.
dude, how
Rob
good is that
Arbolino.
thing? Yeah. Yep.
So he's a good family friend, really.
Sure.
He's
Man, he
just a
built
good
some
dude.
tough engines.
Man, and I can call him up too because he's
Yep.
an RB guru,
Sure.
and he's helped with this too.
Yep. He's an engine builder by trade,
Yep.
or
I
machine?
don't
What's he
even know
do?
by trade,
Yeah.
but
He's really good
I've
at
seen
it.
him in the bathtub with a toothbrush, scrubbing down, and then broke the world record at Jamboree.
Well, here's the thing, bro. Is I'm not I don't disrespect RBs. I respect them in the sense they make a lot of power. I've heard of this Rob bloke through every other person. They're like, man, if you want RB, talk to this man. Talk to this man.
He's the man, and it was just lucky that I used to live with the boys that.
How good.
You know, and he used to fly up here and
Yep.
stay with us. He was
Love
just a
that.
legend, and he's built 𝐿𝐷𝐿 car, which are in Drift Masters, just again, limiters thing in RBs.
Yep.
He's helped with this, told
Perfect.
me what to do, done it, and
it
we're
works.
here.
Yep. Now, fuck you, car. What would it be?
Fuck you, car.
Could be anything, brother.
So I'm blowing on methanol.
Yeah.
But what? I don't know. I reckon I love a C10. Something fucking 2,000 horsepower C10.
Yeah.
Just fuck you.
You're cranky.
Oh, just fuck you, guy. Just
Yeah.
go parachute.
Oh.
Just something cool. But I love a good tough truck like a C10
Yep.
or something like that. But at the same time, if we're talking modern, one of
Could
those
be anything.
TRXs are fucking gangster, hey?
Imagine that with a big blower out
That's
the
what I
bottom.
mean. Like, what are they? 900 or
Not
800
sure.
straight up the
Yeah, I'm not
gate?
sure.
Yeah, you turn it up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a fuck you car. I don't know. Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah,
I'd
sure.
have to sit there for a while, I think, and draw out a map.
Well, I mean, the world's the oyster, mate. You could have all of them.
100%.
Yep. Now, brother, Christmas time, what do you got going on?
Not much. Well, I mean, we're what? Christmas Eve tomorrow.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to everyone. This should come
Yeah.
out not long after Christmas too.
But yeah, I don't know.
Bit of
I think
family time?
we're just chilling, man.
You got a bit of time
We got-
off?
with the newborn. We're just chilling at
Yeah.
home at the moment.
Yeah,
but,
cool.
You know, go see the family, go for a bit of a pool
Yep.
swim and
You have a big
whatnot.
feed?
Yeah, a bit of a feed.
Yep.
And then I think we'll cut a track to Port Macquarie to see the missus family.
Yeah, beautiful.
Just take the kids down and stay on the beach for a bit, and
Yep.
then return back to work.
Nice, bro.
Back into this thing, and
Yep.
try and get 2025 on the road.
Yep. Now, if anyone wants to come on board with the car, bro, how do they find you?
I mean, if it's me, it's got to be all of us at Flatline. Like,
Yeah.
we're just boys that want to have fun.
Yep.
We've had, like, endless, you know, the tyre people.
Yep.
Zoo are helping out a big time with us.
Yep.
I've personally had a shed dude, because as you can see, we're not in a shed.
But you know what, brother? This is even better.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your own little piece of paradise.
It's all right, but when it's pissing down rain, you need to work on your car before an event. I have to drive this to my teammate's house, which is thankfully 2 streets away.
Perfect.
Which he has a hoist and works on the car non-stop. But yeah, we're getting a shed put behind us right there where that broken gazebo is.
Yep.
But once that happens, I think then yeah, I have more time for this thing. And
is Santa going to come to you, bro, with the Christmas tree? You going to get any gifts or not?
So, man. I really hope
What's
so.
on the list?
Well, Zoo are helping out with a sequential gearbox.
Oh.
So if that gets dropped off on the 25th,
Really?
I'll be pretty happy.
𝐶𝐒 or what are you doing?
Hey?
What gearbox? What sequential? PPG?
It's a new one.
Okay.
So I'll be testing it.
Interesting. Can you talk about it or not?
Yeah, I mean, it's a known brand in a sense, but
Yep.
they've overtaken the company now. It's called 𝐸ROM. So it's
Okay.
a 4-speed sequential.
4-speed?
They bolt straight into an RB.
Right.
They come with everything. Clutch, shifter light, fucking everything.
Yeah.
So I'm testing that for them. If you want to buy one, they are selling it around the 9,000 USD market. But yeah, I'll be able to give you, I guess, some feedback. I'll take you back for another drive.
Brother,
We can do a little video.
don't threaten me with a good time. I love that one run we did, bro. That was gangster.
This thing just sits on limiter, man.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
everyone I've taken for a drive in it is just, again, it's not 1,000 horsepower where it takes off quick. But once you're sideways and it just sings,
It's
people
all the
just,
same.
It's the I smile every time I
Yeah,
drive it,
yeah.
and I've driven it for the past 4 years.
Yeah, you can never get sick of that, bro.
Nah, you can't. And that's the thing. Like, as much as it pisses me off, like I hate working on cars. I'll be that person. I hate it. I've done it for that long that it just doesn't. I don't know. I've got more important shit in my life.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Especially now with kids. Like he loves it. He comes out and changes the wheel with me. Like
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing too. But at the same time, he wants to go do his thing. I want to do mine. So I just follow him, man. It's more important to me
sure.
now. But
Yeah.
for the car
Brother,
side of stuff.
when the newborn, the young fella's a little bit older, mate, get him with a pair of gloves on. He can start
dude.
swinging spanners.
Oh man, I'll send you a video later. He is nuts. He puts gloves on, my race boots from in here.
That's sick.
And he sits on the simulator and just goes. It's actually insane. So
Yeah, that's sick.
I'll plug that.
We won't put any videos of him in there because there might
Nah.
be some weirdos on here. You just never know, bro.
True,
Hopefully
true.
not on my channel, but
True.
there's some
I hope
fuckers out there
not.
on the internet, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I
for
hope
sure.
not.
Brother, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on, man.
Thank you, bro.
I'm
Fucking
looking
been
forward to
good.
seeing this thing back out in 2025.
We'll try to get it out there ASAP for you. But I know Grant's having another couple of events,
Yep.
which I know you attend all the time.
Be rude not to.
Exactly. I can honestly say he's been holding probably Queensland's best events this
They're
year.
pretty cool, eh? Like
So
what he's
just
done,
a
it's
good
different,
vibe.
bro.
He runs around like a headless chook.
Yeah, hard. And that's the thing about events,
But-
bro. Like when I started doing mine, I was like, oh, it can't be that hard, bro. Like, man, it's fucking stressful, dude.
Well, you do your track day.
Yeah. It's different, you know what I mean? It's
It's
fucking-
the money.
There's
it's
a
the
lot of
effort.
headache, bro.
Man, I know Grant personally as a family friend. Like,
Yeah,
Grant
yeah.
comes here, man, and drops my kid $100 worth of fucking Hot Wheels cars.
Yeah, man.
Weekly.
He's a fucking good dude, man.
Dude, we were at his house yesterday.
Yeah.
He's just the best dude ever.
Yeah.
But he's helped a lot with my capability. Like, man, we got to drive Kingston Park.
Yeah.
All that sort of
That'd
stuff.
be cool.
No one really gets to do that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel
We
like
get to.
a lot of people, this is what I found with the track day siding, especially back when I started, like no one was doing it. And it's like, I was like, fuck, let's just do it to try to get people off the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's all about, I love going on the street.
That's the thing, man. We started a team back when we were kids called 193, which
Yep.
was a mate's house, which was by Springbrook. So we used to just hit it when we were kids.
What a great area.
Perfect. And we called ourselves 193, and some of the boys took it somewhere. Some of us went partying and done other shit.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, we ended up linking up with, we had the dude in the 193, and that's Rides by Cam,
Yeah, wow.
who build SEMA cars.
So many tough cars. I'm watching some of his builds at the moment, man, and what he's doing is nuts.
Unreal. So those fellas play a big part in my driving
Yeah.
because he helps.
I feel like it gets to a point too, you can't keep, you've got more to lose on the street.
Oh,
so
and
you
that was
stop.
the thing, like, so when one of us got busted
Yeah.
and then lost a license,
Yeah.
you know, and his job was to test cars,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
drive to, drive at places, do this.
Yep.
And so that's when Rides by Cam started holding private days.
Yep.
Once we did private days, man, we were just glued to the track.
Yeah, because you'd rather spend an extra 500, 600, whatever it is, to go to the track to know that you're not going to get
100%,
pulled over.
100%. The sketchy thing with streeting is
Yep.
you're changing tyres on the side of the road, you're taking jerry cans on the
Yeah,
side of the
bro.
road. You've got to have a follow car, you've got to have walkie-talkies.
Which is cool.
It's fucking sick. I will never ever get sick of that shit.
Yeah.
But to go to the track, just put a helmet on and fucking some
100%.
long clothes.
Sign a thing.
Sign a
Yeah.
waiver and drive.
Yeah.
For the price of your license, dude.
Yeah,
just
bro.
do it.
Yep.
And like,
I fucked up a couple of years, or a long time ago now. One of the boys dared me to do a burnout outside a cop shop. So I was like, all right. So trans break outside Valley Cop Shop, peak hour fucking traffic, cop car behind me,
Done.
raped me.
Yep.
So bent over, no lube, all the fruit.
Straight raw.
So then I'm like, you know what, I can't afford it. Next time I go out, that's car gone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what, track day, it has to be the track.
Yeah. Nah, track, like literally track is good, and it's also good because you're not doing it at pitch black, you know, midnight.
100%.
And then
the track's always the same, you know the conditions.
Track's the same, yeah. If, you know, even if it's raining, like track, you don't have. I mean, most tracks like QR. If you go off the track, you're not hitting a wall.
100%.
If you are, shit, you've done.
You're going pretty deep.
You're doing deep,
Yep,
yeah. But other than that, man, like QR, they put on a lot of days. It's rude.
Man.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, and
you
Tony
can do
Quinn's
their
doing good things.
Friday night drifts probably twice a month.
Yep.
Wednesdays at QR on the playground every second Wednesday.
Yeah. What do you prefer, bro? The high speed or low speed?
Like to be honest, I love playground at QR.
Yep.
Only for the fact is it's street like.
Sure.
And you can change the layout.
Yeah, copy.
Whereas QR, like, man, you could be in a 1,000 horsepower car.
Yeah.
You could be in this car. You could be in a 100 horsepower's Toyota Sprinter.
Yep.
You go around turn 3 to 6, you look the same. And don't get me wrong, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
But if you're in it for the Instagram and all that, like some of these people are, you look the same anyway. So like, if you go streety, man, you got gutters to watch out for. You got cars to watch out for.
Yeah,
like,
park cars.
Exactly.
Cars coming
Medium
around the corner.
strips, signs, everything.
You know one thing I love, bro? When I was in Japan, I got to do some street drifting.
Perfect day. I've been a few times.
Oh, you'd know.
Oh, yeah.
Like, holy, the level of commitment from some of these guys who I thought would be, you know, late 30s. Man, these are kids, bro.
Yeah.
And they're off-cambered corners, bollard in the middle of the road, they're clipping point, and there's guys with phones waving to try to hit them on the exit, and you're like, brother, it blew me away.
Yeah, if he's ever go to Japan, go to Daikoku.
Yeah.
Just for the car scene.
Bro, so that's where we went.
Yeah, the car meet, and then you walk up the stairs and you look over there and people are just streeting.
So down by the port.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That wasn't where we were.
Oh,
no,
dude,
we weren't there.
But
amazing.
that place in Japan, like all those Japan joints, like even the tracks, they're all street like.
Yeah.
You got, you know, like Mayhan, it's just flicking onto a concrete wall.
Yeah.
That's why I love playground. You're flicking onto a concrete wall. And at some pace, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas you do, QR's actually stepped it up. I'll admit that. They've added new sections. They're doing reverse layouts now, which is
cool because they need to do something different.
100%. And now that's happening, so many people are driving that event.
For sure.
Matsuri, they did the Saturday of doing normal and doing 2-3 different layouts. Sunday doing reverse. And it changes shit, you know? And I've seen a few boys, they can do 3 to 6 at QR, you know, blindfolded. Sick. They do 6 to 3 backwards. They're writing off their car at the end. So it changed, like, again, it's not good, but I mean, like, you can tell it's changing shit, you know?
Now, for someone that wants to get into the sport, bro, what's a piece of advice you'd give them?
You're gonna have to work hard, make some money, because it's not cheap.
Amen to that.
As you'd know, same as drag, you guys are probably double what we do, but...
Well, you know what was crazy, bro, is I was sitting down with Troy Warspeed the other day, and he's getting into the trophy truck side of things.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, oh yeah, just, you know, you got yarning, and to get a package started, just the car, $1 million to start.
Yeah, so I'll stick to drifting.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you get to like a high level of drifting, I'm gonna say, it costs you quite a bit. Like 100%. I know there's an Aussie with a YouTube clip around that sent his car to do Formula Drift America, and he's saying it's $100 grand an event.
Wow.
So,
just for him to
because he just got no big sponsors, that's him. But I guess when you got big sponsors on board, they obviously pay the way.
And it makes a big difference. If you're good and you can get those people on board.
100%. Yeah, you're killing it. Yeah, I mean, it's expensive hobby, but
that's why we live for it, eh?
I mean, look, I don't know, look where we are.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Well, like we're saying, smile off your face
like we were saying before, bro, it's like we're at that age now where there's that younger generation are like, fuck, all these guys are living the dream.
100%.
So if we can motivate them and help them, it's only going to be better, right?
Literally, man, when we're at the track, like kids are popping up I mean, everyone sort of pops into, they try to get a lap with anyone.
Of course.
But then when kids come up to here, bro, and you literally just get in and you take them for a run, like I've taken you for one. Just smiles.
Yeah.
Big
bro,
thank
I swear
yous,
to God, I'm not just saying this. My fucking cheeks hurt, bro, because I was smiling that hard. Man, I'm going to load up the photo because there's a photo someone took and I'm literally like big smiles, bro. It was mad.
That's perfect. Yeah, and I'm the same, man. But when you take a kid out, like, because I was that kid once. Like, you know, and I was going to the track and with the helmet and going, oh, can I come for a run? Can I come for a run? The dudes that did take me for a run, I'm driving with them now.
Yeah, bro.
And then I look up to them, you know?
Fucking oath.
It's perfect, but like I love taking like younger generation or people that can't even get a license yet, because you know they ain't drifting, you know they ain't driving.
But you know they're living and breathing everything.
You take them for that drive, man, they follow you on Instagram, they get a car and they say thanks to you. Like I've had it happen a few times.
100%,
like, shit,
dude.
yeah. Like I've done something here.
I remember the first time I got in a badass car. It was an RX-4 rotary down at the skids in Carroll Park. Bro, I was like 13, 12 years old. I'm on my push bike, and this guy rocks up and he's like, "Where's the skids at?" And I'm on push bike. I'm there early.
This is on your push
bro.
bike.
This is Sunday, 12 o'clock. Anyone who watches this will know. Like, it used to be in the middle of the day. Like, so this guy's rocked up. And I'm like, "Oh man, they're around the other side." So he's like, "Where's that?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'll show you." Jump in. I jumped in. Seatbelt was non-retractable. Put my feet down, you can see through to the road, bro. There's rust holes. And this thing's rap, and he's fucking taken off. And I could have sworn it did a wheel stand. It probably didn't, but it felt like it.
It feels like,
you
and
know
that's
what I
the
mean?
thing, man. When you're a kid, obviously shit feels a lot different when you're in like a car like these. And that's what I experienced a few times. And then it was when I got my license, I was drifting with that guy that took me out when I was, you know, 12, 13.
That's fucking badass.
I was like, that's perfect. Now I've seen like the age limits actually drop for, I know QR has.
Yep.
You can take like a 7-year-old. So I'm just 5 more years.
Let's go.
4 more years, man, with my kid. And
brother, just draw a bit of a moustache or something.
Oh, man, he looks like a 4-year-old. He's 2.5. So I think, maybe 2 more years I'll get past. But the younger generation, I hope drifting stays alive. Because
surely it's not going anywhere. It looks like it's getting bigger.
It's getting bigger. It's 100% getting bigger, and I'm all for it. Even if I stop drifting, man, I'll be still at events. Like even right now with Grant, I find drivers. I help out with the event.
And that's what brothers do.
Yeah, and that's
help
exactly.
out.
But again, Grant's given me so much more back. So I can't ever repay that.
Big shout out to Grant. You're a legend.
Grant and his partner Ellie, they both look after us.
And she's a better driver.
Yeah, I know she is.
He said it.
I know she is, and Grant will admit that any day of the week too.
He did.
Yeah, I know he will admit that any day of the week. And it's funny that because I actually met Ellie a long time before Grant.
Yeah, right.
And then Grant, and then it just
went from there.
We've all pieced together, and now we're family friends. Like our family and their family, we have lunch every couple of weeks. It's good.
I told Ali today, and I'm coming over to show her how to drift on the
simulator.
Yeah.
Well, jump on. I'll jump on with you.
Yeah. You just watch me in the
wall.
wall.
You can get this car in the game.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can you drive it for me, bud?
I'll try.
Sick. At an events, anyone who sees this car, make sure you come up, have a yarn to the man if he's not swinging spanners or doing something mad. This car is always out at the drift events. Brother, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
No, thank you
so much, man. Give the Instagram a bit of a plug, bro. Where can people find you to follow you?
_C33UP.
Yeah,
see ya.
Sure.
But if you see me at events, come jump in.
I've started a thing, bro. You've got to go. That's where it is. Give it a... Sick. Thanks, fella. Easy, man.